All right, I think I'm live. All right, this is crazy. I don't think anyone's actually going to be hopping on here because I didn't even announce this at all. I just kind of decided to go live. But I'm live. I'm super excited to be here. And I wanted to go live for two reasons. Number one, I just got this awesome new computer. I don't want to move the camera, but you're going to have to believe me. I got this awesome new computer, and I think it's going to make the whole live stream quality a little bit better. And then number two is I wanted to teach you guys a cool little secret I learned in my secret Illuminati business club. So if you guys are watching the replay of this, skip ahead maybe 2-3 minutes. And if not, then what's up? We have someone that just hopped on. I'll do some Q&A. Like I said, I don't know if anyone's really going to hop on tonight. I did not announce this. It's a Friday night. Telman, what's going on, Telman? How you doing, man? You might be the only guy. This might be a private coaching call for you, Telman, because I did not announce this to anybody. Didn't email it out at all. I just wanted to go live because I have this new computer. So if you have some questions for me, man, I'll give you like 2 minutes for questions, and then I'm going to go into my rant that I had planned out. So I think it's just me and you. Just me and you today. Hope you're having a good Friday. Anyway, all right, let's see. Doesn't look like you have any questions. Cool, man. He says, cool, man. Cool, man. I think I'm just going to go into my rant. I don't have all day. I don't have all day for this. Telman doesn't have all day for this either. All right, guys, I'm going to tell you guys the number one thing I learned from my secret Illuminati. So first of all, what secret Illuminati group am I a part of? Well, obviously, I can't tell you all the details, but I can tell you a little bit. So it's a secret group I meet up with 3 times a year in Dallas. And in fact, I'm going back here. Today's April 5th. I'll be back there on April 12th. And if you guys are in the Dallas area, I'd love to meet up with you. But anyway, so I'm going back to Dallas. And what I do in Dallas is there's this secret Illuminati group there. Illuminati, well, not actually the Illuminati, but the secret business mastermind group. And it's capped at like 15 to 20 businesses. And you have to be making a minimum, I think your business has to be making a minimum of $100,000 a month to be in that group. And again, there's only 15 businesses. It's a super top secret Illuminati group. And so 3 times a year, we go there and we meet and we talk about kind of the current economy of business, what we're using in our business. And again, these are all super high level people. You're doing at least 100K per month in your business. There's no one that's new. Like this is secret, top secret stuff. And I went in there last December was the last time I was there. And when I was in that mastermind or in that group, we spent 4 hours talking about this one thing. And it was like the most important thing that we talked about the whole time. Okay. And you're probably not going to guess what it was. It's funny because I told the story personally to people and they're like, oh, it was, how to advertise or it's how to sell or like, no, it wasn't any of that. It was how to, structure a business. Like, no, wasn't that either. It was how to multiply your money. Like, no, there's none of that. Okay. What the one thing we talked about, again, room full of 15 to 20 people that are all making at least 100K a month, which means everyone there's a millionaire. Okay. The number one thing we talked about was one thing, self-discipline. Okay, that's it, self-discipline. And it's amazing because we talked about self-discipline. You actually saying my first name wrong. That's funny. Hey, man, go ahead and correct me on that because I apologize. But like the number one thing that we talked about was self-discipline. The reason why we talked about self-discipline was because it is the number one thing that's going to either make you or completely break you. Let me explain, okay? About 7 months ago, I decided I was going to start juicing. Okay, now I'm not talking about like steroids. I'm talking about like vegetable juice. I probably need some. I'm a little skinny. I probably need some steroids, but I'm talking about vegetable juice. And I started drinking this vegetable juice. Before that, it had been 15 years since I had a fruit or vegetable. It's kind of this weird food thing I have. And I decided I was like, I need to be more healthy, so I'm going to start drinking a vegetable juice every single day. And just magically, suddenly, I started drinking this vegetable juice. I was really diligent, really disciplined with it. And as I started drinking this vegetable juice, magically my income grew by like 20% in like a month. It was really weird, right? And then I kept the juice and I kept drinking it, right? And then later on, I was like, you know what? I'm going to do a juice fast. And I did a week-long fast. And then boom, all of a sudden, my week-long fast. So I elevated my game here. And then guess what happened to my business, my income? I elevated my game here, okay? And my point is the way you do one thing is the way you do everything. So if you're undisciplined in your life, if your schedule's hectic because you're not being disciplined with your time, if you're financially undisciplined, meaning you spend money whatever the hell you want to, that's gonna come out in other avenues, right? With your family life, with your free time, with your business, right? You're not gonna be disciplined anywhere, and therefore you're gonna be sporadic and out of control. So the message I want you guys to get is you guys need to absolutely put yourself on a disciplined regimen, okay? And I'm gonna get into that in a second, but I want to answer this question because he I don't want to say your name now. I feel like I'm gonna mess it up. Is it Tellman? It can't, because that's what I'm saying. I'm saying Tellman. Like Tellman can't be right. I hear a lot of people say surplus funds business is a thing of the past. What do you think about that? I don't really know how it could be a thing of the past. I mean, like literally, we just had someone on the coaching call Monday that got paid from it. So I mean, I don't know. I don't really know how. I don't know who's saying that. I've never heard someone say that before. So you kind of got to be more specific. When people say it's a thing of the past, like what does that mean? You said it right. Okay, so Tellman's right. Cool. So I mean, dude, like when people say that surplus funds are a thing of the past, like, I mean, I don't know. I don't really know how. I'm not really gonna sit here and defend that because it's just ridiculous. I don't know what to say. So I don't know. But we got someone else on here too. We have 2 people on. I know it's kind of a lackluster live stream because I did not announce it to anybody. I literally just hopped on here and hope people would hop on. Oh, we got 3 people on now. I'm famous. I have 3 people on my live stream. But yeah, guys, I'm happy to do a little Q&A if we get some more people on here asking questions at least. If not, I'll just continue my self-discipline rant and what I learned in my secret Illuminati business group. Look, man, this is what I'll say about the whole surplus fund thing being a thing in the past. Like, literally on Monday, we had Michael on our coaching call, and I'm actually going to do an interview with him, I believe tomorrow. I got to check my schedule, of his story and how he got a deal. He's going to make about $5K from his deal. Bernie just got paid 2 weeks ago. We've got Barbara, who's going to be getting paid here in a few weeks. Outdated business model. I'm not sure if that's right. Oh, I mean, I guess it's outdated. It's been around for a while, but that doesn't mean it doesn't work, you know? I mean, really, dude, all real estate's been around for a while. If you think about it, like, how long do you think people have been investing in real estate? Like, since real estate has existed. So I don't know. I mean, you could look at anything and say it's outdated. ACO. Hey, Spencer. What's up, bro? How you doing, man? I know it's kind of a lackluster stream. We got like 2 people on. Or 3 people on, but 2 people asking questions. If you guys have questions, man, this is your guys' chance. Hop on here, ask questions. There's like no one on, so yeah. Look, I'll say this, man, Tellman, like your number one concern with anything you do should not be how old the business model is. It should be, does it actually work? You know what I mean? Does your app have included the phone numbers as well? If you're talking about surplus list, no. So how it works, dude, and I don't have your name. You just ACO is a company. ACO. I don't know. I'm just gonna call you AC. So AC, how it works, dude, is basically you log in a surplus list, and it gives you the name and the address and some other information too. But it gives you the name and the address of the person it gives you the name of the person you're trying to contact, and then it gives you the address that was foreclosed on. And you just take that information and you basically just take it and you put it in a reverse lookup and you look it up. So, Cindy, what's up, Cindy? How you doing? Cindy in Texas. Cindy, you do live in Dallas? Because I'm actually going to be in Dallas here in a few, like next Friday, actually, in a week. I'm gonna send an email to the whole list and see if we could do like an in-person meetup or something. That'd be pretty cool. So if you're in Dallas, oh, Austin, damn it. It'd be so cool to have like a surplus warrior, like little in-person meetup with like 10 people go get like a steak dinner or something. That'd be so cool. So anyway, does that answer your question though, AC? Basically, you just take the name that it gives you or the address and you just look it up in a reverse lookup, and then that gives you the phone number to call. But guys, I'm not really supposed to announce this yet, but there's only like 3 people on, so I'll just announce it. I don't really care. We are redoing Surplus Fund Mastery completely. So when we originally made this program, we originally made all the videos it was probably like June of it was like May of last year. And then we redid it in August to update it because we learned some new things. And then we redid it again in December. Well, we redid it in November. We only added stuff. And then recently we added module 6. That was in March. We added Surplus Warrior Hall of Fame, get in the 100K club, baby. But now we're basically redoing it because we figured out a way to make it very simple so everybody can bring this to their own state. Pretty much. There's very few states you can't. If I purchase now, will I get the updates? Yeah, so if you purchase now, you'll get all the updates for free. If you wait, depending on if we raise the price, I don't know if we will or not. We probably will at some point. At one point, we actually sold this program for $3,000 for like a week. And then we just, I don't know, we didn't like doing that. So we dropped it back down, and then we raised it back up, and then we've gone all over the place. So it's been at 1,000 for a while now. But when we re-release it, it's not like we have plans immediately to up the price, but we probably will eventually. So if you want to get in, you can. Tellman, so can I join the Surplus Warrior Facebook group before completing the course? You can join it before completing the course. You can't join it before joining the course. So if you haven't purchased the course yet, you can't be in it. But if you buy it and you just want to hop in right away, yeah, you can absolutely do that. You don't have to finish it to get it. That's my point, I guess. Trying to save up now. Got you, dude. Yeah, man. It's awesome, bro. I'm excited, AC. Excited for you, man. What's going on with you, Cindy? Cindy's been awfully quiet. Now, Cindy, listen, there was a gal out in Texas named Cindy that I talked to on the phone about 6 months ago. No longer than that, like probably 8, 9 months ago. And I swear her name was Cindy. And that might be you, Cindy. If it is, let me know, because that's funny. That's pretty funny if it is you. All right. Let's see here. What is Talman's trying to save up? Oh, that's AC. I purchased the course already. Okay, awesome, dude. Dude, just when you're in the course, if you want to join the Facebook group, go to Module 0. There's a video in there called what's in there? It's Module 0. It's called like Facebook group or something. There's a couple videos in there about the Facebook group, but one of them has a button that you click. You click that, you have to fill out like a little form to join the group, and then you can hop in. So yeah, just go to Module 0. It's in there. You should actually do that right away if you're in the course. So welcome, by the way, my friend. AC, and this works in any county. Yes, this works in any county. And dude, AC, honestly, I don't know. And AC, if you don't mind telling me like what state you live in, that'd be helpful. But it's pretty much going to work in any state. If it happens to not work in your state, you can do it in another state. Like you can live in Texas and do deals in California. You can live in Texas and do deals in, New York or Nevada or whatever. And sometimes like it's good to not do it in your own state. Like I'm going to be honest with you, if I was getting started in this, I would not do deals in California, even though I live here. I would go and I would do deals. I'll tell you guys this. I'll tell you the exact thing I would do right now. Okay? Tell me, it's good you're on here, man. I would go right now. I would follow the private investigative mini course, which if you don't know what that is, it's in Surplus of Mastery. Tell me it's in Surplus of Mastery, bottom left, private investigative mini course. Watch that. It's going to teach you how to do unclaimed property funds, basically statewide funds in California. Okay? Take that information and apply it to Nevada specifically, because Nevada, there's a tiny barrier to entry that no one's going to want to do. So California, if you do the state funds in California, you can just look up the leads. It's not on our lead site, but it's just online. You just look it up. It takes 2 seconds. Okay. If you do state funds in Nevada, you can't just look it up. You actually have to send in a check, and it's so silly. You send in a check, and they send you back a CD, like a CD-ROM with the leads on it, and you have to put it in your computer. Which no one ever does that, which means you're the only one calling those leads. So it's like super valuable. So I don't care where you live, that's what I would do. In fact, I'm going to start doing live streams of me cold calling. That's what it's going to be. Okay. Just so you guys know. But that's what I would do. If I was getting started right now and I didn't know that much, I would get started with that because it's so easy. Okay, here we go. So Talman says a purchase course, and this works in any county. Yeah, pretty much. Cindy, not on phone, but we did email. That's what it was. North Carolina. Awesome, dude. Yeah, we have a couple people from North Carolina here. Found out in Texas, 1K cap on fees for tax surplus, cannot do mortgage surplus at all. Look into assignment of funds, because that's something that we've been trying to talk about now more, and that's what the new revamped course is going to talk about, is assignment of funds. And what that basically allows you to do is and first of all, I'm not a lawyer. Talk to a lawyer. Okay. This is what I always advise. Unless you're a lawyer, do not do legal research on your own, because there's laws that contradict each other, especially in California. And if you don't have someone that can genuinely guide you through it, it's going to be confusing. But anyway, look up and work with a lawyer or work with an attorney in Texas with surplus funds, and say you want to assign the funds to yourself. You don't want to take a percentage, you want to assign the funds. And we actually have contracts in our program that should allow you to do that. So if you're in, then do that. If not, Cindy, honestly, Texas has a really great market for those unclaimed state funds. And those you can take up to 10%. And there's literally billions of dollars worth of those in Texas. In fact, I could look it up right now if you want me to, but I know there's at least 1 billion. AC, can you repeat that information again? Which site to look up? Can you be more specific, AC, on what you mean by that? Talman, okay, man, I will do for sure. Can I jump to that part before completing module? Yeah, dude, it's I'm pretty sure it's just in modules. It's like video 5 or something. So it's honestly like video 3. It's pretty early on. Yeah, AC. Let me, I think we're talking about the state funds. Let me look up, first of all. Give me a second, guys. Texas. Okay, so in Texas, Texas has returned more than $3 billion in unclaimed property to its rightful owners. That's their actual website literally says this. Okay. Claiming property. Search for unclaimed property. How much? It doesn't say how many funds there are here. So I don't know how many funds there are, but they've returned $3 billion. So if they've returned $3 billion, usually there's a lot more than that. So that's what I recommend. AC, when you stated you wouldn't start with, okay, dude, I would do Nevada unclaimed property state funds. That's what I would do. And if you want to join our program, dude, we're going to teach you exactly how to talk to people on the phone and all that. And all that. Now, the one thing about Nevada that's going to be tricky is you're going to have to send in like a check, and you're going to have to get a CD and literally plug it into your computer and look at the leads. That's going to give you an advantage because no one else is going to want to do that. That's why I'm doing it, because it's super cheap. No one knows about it except for me, you, and the 2 other people on here. And yeah, can you look at Pennsylvania? Yeah, I can look at Pennsylvania. Okay, so every state is a little different, guys, but they're all, I mean, they're all a little bit different in how they operate, but they're all kind of the same. So, okay, here we go. Pennsylvania. Hi, Pennsylvania. The Pennsylvania Treasury is currently seeking the owners of more than $3.4 billion in unclaimed property. This is according to their actual website right now. 1 in 10 Pennsylvania residents has unclaimed property waiting for them. Do you? Okay. And then if you come here, and you usually go to, okay, here we go. Finder. So Pennsylvania Finder. Finder registration. Pennsylvania state law requires that all finder and property recovery professionals who assist potential claimants assemble a claim for a fee must complete an application and be certified as a finder. Oh, dude, that's fucking easy, bro. Oh, man. Pennsylvania is going to be awesome, dude. You come on here, you fill out an application, you send it in. And this is basically identical to California. It's just better, well done, because California doesn't know how to do anything. So you go on here, dude. You put in an application. They're going to approve it probably within a week. In California, it's within 24 hours. And then they'll probably give you the contracts. If they don't, then you'll have to get your own, but that's fine. The fees for Pennsylvania are capped at 15%, which is actually higher than California, so that's cool. And you got $3.4 billion worth of leads. So, dude, I'm stoked for you, bro. What website is it? Dude, it is, just look up. Can I tell you guys a secret? I don't know if I can tell you guys if you guys aren't in the course. Like, tell me, I can tell you, but I can't tell AC. I'll tell you guys anyway. I'll tell you guys. So this is what you guys want to do. You want to type in your state name and then unclaimed property. So like for you, dude, you want to type in like, I don't know how to spell Pennsylvania. So this is going to be bad, but sure can. It's funny. You said sure can. Pennsylvania unclaimed property. And then dude, it's like literally like the first one. So just search that in Google and it'll come up. And like that's literally like you can type in any state. And dude, there's a few states out there that I've found that like I haven't looked that much into them because I don't really care. But like some of the smaller states, like you look up Wyoming unclaimed property. From what I've found, it doesn't seem like you can. Actually, I don't know. Maybe I'm talking too soon. Like Wyoming, they're the way their website's set up is it doesn't make it obvious about how someone like me or you would help people find their money. So you would literally have to go and probably call them if you wanted to do Wyoming. But I wouldn't do Wyoming because Wyoming's like they have almost no money in their fund because it's such a small populated state, a lowly populated state, that I would not. A lowly populated. I don't know if that's a real word, but yeah, they have division 87 million in unclaimed property. That's like nothing, right? Compared to Pennsylvania's 3 billion, right? It's just be silly, but it's out there. There's, according to CNN, there's like 60 billion, roughly, and this is according to a 2013 article, in unclaimed properties. And that's just state funds. Like we're not even talking about the foreclosure funds and all that. So what's the best reverse lookup you use that has accurate numbers? So dude, like it really comes down to one question. How much are you willing to pay, AC? Because I can teach you how to get it for free, but it's not going to be super accurate, or I can teach you how to pay a ton of money that's going to be super accurate. So it really just comes down to how much you want to pay. If you want to do it for free, we have truepeoplesearch.com is what we recommend in the course. That's the cheapest, best free one that we could find. Does not mean it's very accurate. And then we're actually working on, and I don't want to release this, but we're trying to get become associated with some of the big companies that do like really high tech reverse lookups to get more accurate information. Yeah, Accurate's going to cost you like $1, $2 a search. So every time you search someone, you're going to spend like $2. And if you're going through numbers like we do, like that's a lot of money. Just so you know. Do you know what are the typical requirements of getting certified as a finder by the state? Every state's different, dude. Like there's some states you don't even have to do that. You just get their contracts and you send it in, or you have to make your own contracts. New York is a really weird one. Let me go on New York. New York, if I remember, you do not have to be like a finder. And by the way, they call it different things in every state. So like California calls it a private investigator, which makes no sense because that's not what a private investigator is, right? But like, you know, Pennsylvania calls it a finder. So here we go. So if we come here and we go to, oh God, search for lost money. Hold on, dude. How to file a claim. Okay, see again, New York, it's tricky. It's like not right there. Investigator, let's see. Hold on, guys. I was looking at this earlier today, too. I might not be able to pull this up right now, so I apologize if that's not the case. This is such a not good thing to do. Submit search for lost money. Okay, I know it's on here. I would have to honestly go through this, guys. It's not going to. Oh, here we go. Hold on. Forms. It's like hidden at the bottom. That's what they do, man. Okay, unclaimed funds, reporting claims. Damn it. Claims. Oh, here we go. Boom. Abandoned property location service provider. Dude, it's like so hidden. God, these people in New York, they do not like us. Okay, I'm going to read this directly on their site. So for New York, because New York's kind of a weird one. So whose longstanding view is that the right, blah, blah, blah. If you're interested in becoming an abandoned property location service provider, that's what they call you in New York. You're not a private investigator. You're not a finder. You're an abandoned property location service provider. I don't know, okay? Or if you've been contacted by one, please read the requirements and procedures for abandoned, blah, blah, blah. Cool, okay. Requirements while licensing or registration is not required. So it's not required in New York, but you got to call yourself an abandoned property location services. You have to put like a disclaimer anyway. So every state's different. You got to just look up your own state. I'll pay the $1 search if I can land a deal, then I can join the family. Yeah, dude, honestly, bro, like TLO is probably the best one for reverse lookups, TLO XP, but I think it's $1 a search depending on your volume. So you do a minimum amount of searches per month, which is like, I think 500 or something like that. And then there's one, and then they have to they triple check. They do like background checks on you. They like come to your office or your house and they make sure you're not like, you have to have a shredder in your office. Like it makes no sense. I don't know, but that's TLO, but they're probably the best one. There's some other ones, but I don't know. I mean, I haven't done a lot of research with those, so I don't want to recommend them. To be fair, I've never used TLO. I was going to, and then they were like, yeah, we need to come to your office and you need to sign 17 things. And we're going to take pictures. I'm like, dude, you're not going to take pictures of my office. Okay. You don't need to do that. So I would, dude, honestly, I would stick with Spokio. I would stick with True People. I would, again, unless you're just ready to like invest like $1,000, because you got to realize, dude, like these deals, like you get them under contract and they take a while to get paid. So you're going to get them under contract and you have to keep working on the next one before you get paid. So keep that in mind. Like it's better to go cheap early, and it might take a little bit longer, but you're not out the money in the meantime. You know what I mean? So, okay, so let me read you guys this thing from New York. So one of the requirements is you have to have a written agreement permitting the service provider to act on the client's behalf. The agreement must be signed by the rightful owner or the authorized estate representative and witnessed and acknowledged by a notary. This agreement must also disclose the following statement in a clear, conspicuous manner and in at least 12-point bold-face font. And you have to have basically them saying that they can go collect it on their own. So it's like New York, and they wonder why they have $15 billion in funds, because nobody wants to work there because you have to do all this craziness. But New York would be an interesting one, dude, because 15%, 15 billion there. You have to have a disclaimer in your contract though. Anyway, they actually give you a sample contract though, which is nice. So anyway. All right, guys. Any more? Yeah, hey, you're welcome, AC. I'm happy to help, man. Yeah, but I would absolutely, anyone that's brand new, if you don't know anything about real estate, you're brand new to the game, absolutely I would start with unclaimed property. It's a lot more accurate, the leads, because it's not being, like, once it's at the state, it's pretty much at the state. Like, it's going to stay there for a while, most likely. There's just a ridiculous amount of leads. I mean, $60 billion worth of leads throughout the U.S. is just stupid. So, and again, that was according to 2013. It might be more, it might be less than that. I would guess more. But yeah, it's just a stupid amount of leads. Cindy, you still here? Cindy's being awfully quiet. What about Telman? Is Telman still here? I got this new watch, guys. See, I'm not really a fancy watch guy, but I like a nice G-Shock, you know? So this is my nice G-Shock. Boom. I don't know if you guys can see that, but I'm super proud of it. We broke like our sales goal last month, so I'm like, I'm gonna buy a nice watch. And everyone's like, oh, so you're gonna buy a Rolex? I'm like, nope, I'm buying a $100 G-Shock. Cindy says yes. Awesome, Cindy. AC, what other products do you offer? AC, that is pretty much the only product that we have is Surplus Fund Mastery. I mean, I do private mentoring, but I don't know. I don't really actually sell it. If people ask for it, I sell it to them, but that's about it. We're thinking about doing like a actually, AC, this might be for you, bro. I don't know if you're a dude, but if you are, this might be for you, bro. If not, then this might be for you either way. But anyway, I don't know if I want to call you bro though. But so we're thinking about creating some sort of right now we have our Surplus Fund Mastery, which is our like flagship premium program that covers basically 6 different ways to make money with surplus funds. And we're actually going to lower it to make it more simple, not to like remove features, but just to make it simple, we get more people results. But we're thinking about making a lower end course, maybe something for like $400, something like that. I don't know the exact price yet. I'm just throwing out a number. But and that'll be specifically on unclaimed properties, what we just talked about, because I think it's just such an opportunity for new people to get started. Like if I knew about it when I was getting started, it would absolutely is what I would do, because it's just so much easier. It's so much less hassle. Like I can't even explain it. Damian Johnson, can I do this at 16? Dude, honestly, bro, I don't know the answer to that question. I believe so, but I know for this one, I know, Damien, I got started in real estate when I was 16. So I'm with you, dude. Like, and by the way, I'm only 21, so I'm pretty young. But I'm with you in terms of like, it's weird when you get started young. I don't know what state you're in, but in California, the law is if you sign a contract when you're under 18, that contract is considered void. Okay. And what that means is that basically it doesn't legally mean anything. So if you sign a contract and you want to get paid, and then the people are like, no, we don't actually have to pay you this, then you're kind of on your own. So what I would do, Damien, if you're serious about getting started at your age, is I would find an adult, someone that's 18 or over. If you have like an older brother or sister, or if you have a mom or a dad or an uncle or aunt or someone that can, or a mentor, I don't know, a teacher, like, I don't know, dude, someone that can help you out, that would sign the documents for you that you trust, that'll basically represent you in a way. They're not really going to legally represent you, but they're going to, be signing the contracts for you. And then when they get paid, they'll give you the money. That's honestly the only way I can know for a fact that you can do it. Can you make calls at 16? Yes, you can make calls at 16. Can you do everything else at 16? Yes. It's just about signing the documents that gets kind of tough. So, and I went through the same thing. So I'm with you. 6 ways. Wow, that rules. Yeah, dude, it is. And it's kind of, and this is why we're redoing it, because I think it's awesome we have 6 ways. When we first started the program, we had 1, and we just continually added new content, which is great. But we want to make it simple for people to get started and try to systematize everything so everybody it's just simple, And right now there's so many different ways. I mean, we've got the state unclaimed funds, we've got the California surplus funds, we've got national surplus funds, we've got we call them like pre-funds. They're basically just the same thing, but you're contacting people before the actual foreclosure. Then we've got HOA and liens, which we're kind of diving into more now, which is a great opportunity if you have a lot of money. Probably the easiest way to make money if you have a lot of money, but not a great way to start if you don't. So it's just kind of trying to figure out how to teach all of that and have it all make sense. But can you please repeat what you were talking about again about state funds that are less hassle? Yeah, they're just less hassle. I don't know what you mean. But when I say they're less hassle, this is what I mean, so I can clarify. when you go through, if you were to go through right now, Tillman, and do this nationally in your own area, or if you go through and do it in California and use our attorneys, the way it works, dude, is you're going to go and you're going to get it under contract, and then you're going to send it to our attorney, and then our attorney or your attorney or whatever attorney you want to use, and the attorney's going to process it, and they're going to try to find funds. And sometimes, in fact, honestly, about maybe 40% of the time, funds have already been taken. So it's like the funds are gone, you just lost out. State funds does not, it still happens sometimes, but very rare that's going to happen because it's on the state website, right? So that's number one. Number two is then you're going through and like you're going through this process of working with the trustee and the trustor and the state, and there's so many moving parts that it gets complicated. So with the state funds, there's just a lot less moving parts. They both work. The thing about the state funds that kind of sucks is a lot of times on average, you're going to make less per deal. This is the way it is because you're capped at 10%. And yeah, it just kind of sucks. Versus with the national, with the foreclosure funds, surplus, the traditional surplus funds, you could make, we had someone make $42,000 in a deal. Profit. That was his profit in one deal is $42K. So it's, but versus a state fund, you're probably going to make a good deal. You'd make 5,000, right? 7,000. But it's a lot less stressful. It's a lot less moving parts. So, they're both great ways to start. But I would recommend if you're brand new, do the unclaimed property, the state funds. AC, and you're teaching this now in your program. You got to be specific about what you're talking about. And you're saying you're teaching this now. Most of my program, I don't teach AC. My mentor and my business partner, David, he teaches the majority of the actual tactical stuff. I teach like the sales psychology because I'm really good at that. And then the mentality of it, like the mentality you need to be successful in any program. How long will this be around? Like when I turn 18, I can come back to this and it will still be here for me to start. That's the plan, man. Unless something horrific happens, hopefully I'll still be here in 2 years. Knock on wood. Hopefully Dave will still be here in 2 years. Knock on wood. Let's see here. I'm gonna check my friend CJ is here. Anyway, dude, yeah. As far as I know, Damien, it'll still be here. So, yeah, dude. Damien, honestly, dude, I would recommend this though, because if you don't want to, let me just take a second, Damien, and give you some advice. Because I was 16 when I first got started in business. I'm assuming you're pretty new to business, so I'm going to give you some advice that I wish someone would have given me, okay? And this is someone for me, Damien. I grew up in a nice area, but we were always the people that rented. We were always the people, like my younger brother has severe autism, and it really was tough going through and all that. And I remember when I turned 16, all my friends, like when I say I grew up in a nice area, all my friends were getting BMWs, Porsches, and I had to get my own car. I had to figure out my own thing, right? So let me just give you some advice, man. Someone's gone from nothing to, last month we did 6 figures, which is pretty cool. Okay. So this is my advice to you, man. Number one is the most important thing you need to realize is you can be successful in absolutely anything that you do. Okay. Like 75% of America, dude, like 75% of America lives paycheck to paycheck. Okay. And I don't know if that's the exact stat, but it's something like that. 75% of America lives paycheck to paycheck. Okay. But if you look up on Google, you look up how to make extra money, like 44 billion results. I don't know how many, but 44 bajillion results show up in like half a second. Okay. So in half a second, you can find potentially 44 million different ways on how to make money, but yet 3/4 of America lives paycheck to paycheck. So let's think about that for a second. Is there a lack of information? No, there's not a lack of information, right? So then why are all these people living paycheck to paycheck? It's not because of the information. It is simply because of this. It's because of your mentality. And that doesn't mean people don't have bad breaks. That happens to everybody. I've had unlucky breaks, all that. But at the same time, dude, like you got to get this right. You got to become extremely persistent and extremely consistent. If you do those two things and you just follow one path until you're successful, like you're going to be successful. I can guarantee you that. So no matter what you do, dude, like whether you come back or you stay or you find someone to join now, like, I don't know, but whatever you do, just choose one thing and go through it. When David and I launched this program, we did 18 webinars, 18 live webinars I presented on without making one sale. Like we knew we had something great. We're like, we have this awesome opportunity for people to go out and make their own business, start their own business, make their own money. We did 18 live webinars and made $0. We spent probably $3,000 on advertising. I spent literally hundreds if not thousands of hours studying my slides, Mastering my process, studying how people are doing webinars, like doing all that, because I've never done one before. 18 webinars, 3.5 months before we made $1. Okay, most people would have given up after like the third one. Okay, the fifth one, the seventh one, the 10th one. We did 18 before we made $1. So keep that in mind, man. Whatever it is you decide to do, just focus and do not give up. Just keep going. AC, the 6 ways. Yeah, dude, we're teaching all 6 now in the program. Although I shouldn't say that. We're teaching 5 of them. Leans is coming soon, but honestly, dude, we might not do leans. We might make that an upsell. I know I'm evil. I'm going to make it an upsell. Because honestly, the thing about leans and HOA, which is the 2 things we might take out and make it an upsell, is that leans and HOA is you need money to do it. Like HOA, you can buy HOA leans for like, you could get them for like $500, but you're going to have to hire an attorney and it's going to be a process. That's a great way to make a ton of money, by the way. HOA liens are scary. Like they're stupid. You can make so much money with those. But yeah, dude, like honestly, it might, but depending on when you join, it might be 4. But regardless, you don't need more than you don't need more than 1. Like it all works. And then the whole point is that this is why we might make it a program later on, is because not everybody is going to do the HOAs. Not everybody should even think about doing the HOAs because it's not for everybody. It's for people who have already made money with the easier stuff, have bankrolled a little bit, and just want to multiply their money. It's not for people that are just getting started. Let's just leave it at that. And so what we're thinking about doing is having it be like more of a private mentorship program versus like just a training that we have. Cindy says, any 1,000 is better than no 1,000. I'd agree with that one, Cindy. And she gave me a winky face, a smiley face, and a purple heart. I don't know how to send emojis back. I would send you one, but I don't know how to. Oh, hold on. Here, I'll send you a smiley face. Boom. Can this strategy get saturated? I mean, technically any technically any strategy can get saturated, but if you just do the math, it's not likely to happen anytime soon. I mean, like I said, there's $60 billion worth of state. And that's only one method. $60 billion worth of state funds. So, I mean, yes, but not really. It's not going to happen anytime soon. Yes, got to start somewhere, then bankroll into something. Exactly, dude. That's like AC. Like you seem like a cool guy, dude. Like for me, like I'm a very humble. I don't want to say I'm a humble person because sometimes I can be a little cocky, but as far as like financially speaking, like I don't spend a lot of money. Like I bought a new computer just today. That's why I actually did this live stream because I wanted to test it out. But like I have friends that like as soon as they make like $20,000 a month, they go out and they get a brand new car. They get a brand new. Like I just bankroll everything because my plan is, dude, I'm gonna bankroll everything, throw it into apartment buildings. Bankroll everything, throw it into apartment buildings. And then, you know, by the time I'm 25, 26, I won't ever have to work again if I don't want to. Now, for me, I want to take over the world. So I'm going to work. I'm always going to work. But at least I'm going to have that net of I'm making $100,000 a month in passive income. I don't have to do anything if I don't want to. Okay. So my advice, dude, is bankroll everything you make and then invest in cash flowing assets. But what do I know? I'm just some guy on the internet. You shouldn't listen to me. Anyway, you guys have any more questions? Do you recommend doing multiple things at once? No, Damien, no, that's the dumbest thing you can do. I did that for a long time, by the way. That's why I'm yelling at you. Do not do that. Do not do multiple things at once. Like, dude, Damien, like I'm assuming you're in high school, or you have to be, you're 16 unless you dropped out, right? But you're in high school, you're in school, whatever. And then you might be working a part-time job. For me, I never worked a job in high school because I played basketball, it's my favorite sport, and then volleyball. So I was just busy. And that's why I started doing like wholesaling on the side. But like for you, dude, like you just find one fucking thing and just become the best at it. Like you do not dominate business by doing 8 things really, really, like you don't dominate business by doing 8 things good. You dominate business by doing one thing better than anybody else. That's how you like make $1 billion company. Now for you, you don't necessarily want to make $1 billion company right now. So it's more of a matter of like, you know, just learning one thing and becoming good at it enough to make money. Because everything's got this line, right? So there's this line, skill level. This is a skill level. And you start at the bottom and you're working your way up. And until you get past this line, you're not going to see any financial results. So you're here, you're like, I haven't made any progress. In reality, you've gotten twice as good, right? Then you're here, you've gotten 90% as good as you need to be to actually make money. And you're almost there. If you just keep pushing and get better. But if you do 10 things at once, you're never going to get good enough to pass this line. That's why like it took me 18 webinars to get to that sale. But now guess what? After the 18 webinar, I got better and better and better and better. And now like I could make a webinar for any product. and literally probably take it from $0 to $50,000 a month in like 3 months. Like if that. And I know because I've done it before, right? But if I would have given up on the third webinar, like, oh, webinars don't work. Like, no, that's not how it works, right? And that's what people with surplus funds and real estate is like, they do it for like a little bit, but they never get good enough to pass this line. And what they realize is once they pass this line, everything becomes so easy, but it just doesn't happen. So hopefully that makes sense, dude. Does that make sense, Damien? I'm trying to give you some advice, man. Like, I wish someone would have told me this shit when I would have. People did tell me this, I just didn't listen. That's really, hopefully you'll listen, dude. I just did. I was like, I know more. I know more than all these guys. Right? All right, cool. No one's, my guy's not here yet. I'm waiting for my guy, Kareem. Yeah, I understand what you're saying. Cool, man. Damien, where are you from, man? You from California or what state you from, bro? Curious what we have people on. Texas. Oh, you're from Texas, dude? I'm going to be out in Texas in a week, man. Going to Dallas. We're getting a steak dinner, man. Steak dinner with anyone that wants to be out there. So I'm going to send out an email to everyone on my email list. So if you want to come out, dude, I don't know if you're in Dallas, but if you're in that area, you're in Houston. God damn, man, you guys are. Oh, man, you're probably a Houston Rockets fan, huh? Damn. This guy. Anyway, he laughs. Yeah, I forget how big Texas is, man. It's funny. I've been to Houston. I took a cruise out of Galveston, so I flew into Houston. This was a couple years ago. I flew to Houston. I was there for about 30 minutes. Very humid in Houston. At least what it was when I went there. You guys got any more questions, though, man? I'm happy to. It's just 6 of us, so it's not a ton of people, but I'm happy to answer questions. Is Talman still up? Talman's being real quiet. Usually Talman's up. But I asked that question because I wanted to start surplus funds, then invest in stocks. Dude, like you can do both those things, but just realize, dude, like while you're doing it, focus on one thing. So don't be like, I'm going to do surplus funds. Like, don't be like, I'm going to learn surplus funds and I'm going to learn stocks at the same time. Like that shit doesn't work. Like, you know how you go to like school and you got like 6 periods and it's like English and math and history and then, you know, social studies or whatever, like health class, CCP, like all this crap, right? Like, imagine if instead of that, just for a year straight, it was just 8 hours a day of math, right? Which would suck, by the way. But imagine how much better you'd be at math right now. You'd be like Einstein. If it was like if the last 15 years of your life you spent 8 hours a day on just math, think about how good you'd be at math. Like it'd be ridiculous. So now you take that and you just apply that to business. If you spend 2 hours a day, not even 8, 2 hours a day just on surplus funds, the only thing you focus on, you're going to be way better at that than if you split that 1 hour and 1 hour 2 different ways. Wholesaling has become really saturated trying to find peace with surplus. I know, dude. I've been telling people, especially here in California. I don't know if you're from Cali, but it's crazy, dude. California is ridiculous. You get outbid and like, boom, like that. I mean, it's funny. Wholesaling, I used to be in love with wholesaling. Like I just loved the concept of it. And I don't know, I just loved it. But it's way over competitive, dude. All my family's in Dallas. I lived there 60 years and have been in Austin for 3. I might meet you in Dallas and see the family also. Oh, cool, man. Let me know, Cindy. Yeah, like I said, I'll be there Friday, April 12th is when we're going to do the meetup. So Friday night, April 12th. So like I said, as long as you're on my email list, I'm going to send out an email to everybody. So anybody that's in the Texas area can hop on there. So yeah, let me see if the man in the legend here. Hold on, guys. Give me 1 second. Hey, what's up, man? I'm actually on the live stream right now. Oh, no worries. Yeah, give me like 3 seconds. I'll end it real quick. All right, guys. I am ending this live stream. AC says, what's the meetup about? Dude, there is no reason for the meetup, bro. Honestly, dude, I just wanted to. I'm going to Dallas for like a Illuminati business mastermind. And I just wanted to meet up with some people that were on my email list that follow me in Dallas. And so if you are in the area, man, feel free to come down. Shoot me, guys, if you guys are interested in that, shoot my team an email at support@surpluslist.com. Just email them and be like, Dallas meetup, with like the subject line and be like, what's going on with the Dallas meetup? And if you're interested, dude, like we're going to meet up. We're going to get some dinner. We're gonna take pictures. I don't know what we're gonna do. I'm just gonna talk to you guys. It's gonna be a live stream, except it's gonna be you there. I'm gonna make you guys hold up signs every time you want to ask a question. It's gonna be funny. Crazy how it got dark. It was bright out when you started. I know, man. I've been out here grinding for 45 minutes, son. All right, guys. Hey, guys. I'm actually gonna end it because my man, you guys can't see him, but he's here, Kareem. So I'm gonna go ahead and end this, and I will I'll talk to you guys in a little bit. So have a good one. Have a good Friday night, everybody. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. ACLOL. All right, guys. Have a good one, everybody. Thanks, bro. Appreciate the live and the gems you dropped. Hey, man. Happy to help. Cindy. Have a good one, Cindy. Have a good one, Tama. Thanks, guys.